Thank you very much. I want to thank the two esteemed panelists for being here and to say how I feel personally favored to have had our psychologist to come out on a lockdown day to share our wisdom. And I would say to you that I saw snippets of her presentation at another forum, and I was impressed, and I thought the kind of real talk she was doing then the country ought to hear from an impartial persons, because sometimes, again, a political phase, things get caught in that cycle, and the message was more powerful. And for me, it's really how do we build the nation? So I want to thank you, Michelle, for coming and doing a wonderful job. My colleague, Eugene Hamilton, carries multiple portfolios cutting across, but they are all interrelated, health and agriculture. I was happy to have him come because, again, one of the things the pandemic has taught us, we must never forsake our own capacity and capability to produce goods and services. So it is our food. Then it was our mass. Luckily for us, we had Sun Island ready to respond, and now has been able, perhaps it can grow, to produce 15,000 masks per week. So within 1 month, all of St. Kitts and Nevis could have at least one reusable mask. And we could begin to look at supplying Anguilla, supplying St. Martin, etc., if those opportunities come. And on that note, I want to encourage every employer to give their employee the gift of one mask, one reusable mask, so that they understand the importance of it, and that could be more pervasive in the community. Giving them what may cost $10 to $15 could add 15 more years of productive service to your entity, and with them even be more grateful to you for that special gift you would have given. For me, as the Prime Minister of the country, I understand the historic significance, for I have never contemplated a life in politics until, of course, I got caught in the hang of it, growing up with a father who was a trade unionist, a father who worked on the estate, a father who was actively engaged in reading, and the political leadership of the day got close to. And lots of things were happening in the household. He was a man who served, delivered 33 children, of which we know. So it was a large family, and all the ups and downs, the happiness and the sorrows of that have come to the fore. But I've never contemplated it. But I have been very grateful for the people of Constituency 7, Bellevue to Atlas, and the people of the country who have given me an opportunity to serve. And even more so, grateful to the country of large, because in 2015 they gave me the opportunity to lead this country that I love with all my heart and mind for such a time like this. Clearly, when we started, we never contemplated the worst. Maybe we should have. We never contemplated we will have the wrath of hurricanes back to back. And worse yet, none of us contemplated we will be dealing with a pandemic. But it is. God ordained leaders, and He put them in place for a purpose. There has been many sleepless nights as I attempt to work and to sort out my own thoughts so that I could bring clarity of leadership to the country and to the cabinet at this particular moment where decisive decisions have to be made, and not at all times popular decisions can be made. I want to say thank you to the cabinet and to all the people who have given their advice, their support, and to remember kindly those who tell me every day, Dr. Harris, we are praying for you. We know your load is heavy, and they send me a text or a little thought. All of those things have helped. My desire is to take St. Kitts and Nevis safely to another place. And if I may use another biblical analogy for what it is worth, crossing the Red Sea to a better place, the Canaan land. We must see this moment of difficulty as an opportunity. And as Michelle used the terminology of reframing, For some, it is whether the glass is half full or half empty. And if it is half full, you take a more positive look of it. If it's half empty, you are more negative, and the actions that follow are going to reflect that kind of mind frame. So I want our people to be positive. This is an opportunity for us. We are struggling, yes, but this is an opportunity for us to make a brand new history. Let's suppose that St. Kitts and Nevis become the first country to effectively defeat COVID-19. We would have created a brand new history for St. Kitts and Nevis, using our own creativity, our own discipline, our own ingenuity to develop something of which not only us but the generation after us can be proud. For us to do that, it has to be an all of society approach. And in such times, always in the life of every great nation, opportunities and challenges come, and they always come together. And it is which part do you take? Which part you take to redeem the future, recognizing that we would have fallen short in some of our deliberations, but now we have a chance to pick up the pieces and to go towards the mountaintop. I want to encourage every boy and girl and every citizen and resident in St. Kitts and Nevis. Let us work together at this time to rebuild our country and take it to the promised future, stronger and safer for all of us and the generations that will come behind. And to all who are in the forefront of this war against COVID-19, and we like to say the front line, but there are people in the middle lines and there are people in the back lines, like those who get up and go and ensure that our step workers, 3,000 plus of them, can get their paycheck. Those who ensure that the established and non-establishment workers get their check. Those in the banks who do not get to go in the supermarkets, where now we have 4 days they can. But all of those people are doing a fantastic job to help take the country through. That should be our focus at this particular moment in time. And we will have adequate time to deal with all the other things that will develop in the normal life of the country. So thank you, St. Kitts and Nevis, and keep me in your praise. I will continue to do my endeavor best, to do the best that I can for my country and people. Thank you very much to Win FM, and thank you to Mr. Wilkin for being an effective moderator, brought difficult questions online and offline. But thank you for being part of this program and this exercise of getting St. Kitts back to work. Thank you. May God bless you all.